Now it's time to break it.
Go. Welcome back to the SplitScreeners podcast and YouTube channel. This is a movies episode, and I am Zach, aka Film Beast, joined as always with my best friends, Aaron Mazzaros, Nick Loom, and Gavin, the Respawn Campbell.
Yay!
I remember when we were doing nicknames.
I'd like to get back into it.
In today's episode, finger gun. We're going to talk about things that we've
Tommy
seen.
Lee Jones there?
We're going to talk about upcoming
If you don't get that reference, go back to our movie bookie episode 6.
Even though we didn't bring up that
Natural-
reference.
Kind of. Natural born killers.
We're
I'll
going
just play the clip.
to talk about what we've seen this week, what we've been watching. We're going to probably touch on some movie news that Zach's got for us. But before we start, we're got to get better about this. Please, if you enjoy what you see in this episode, please like, comment, and subscribe.
Hit that notification button so you stay
Ring
up
that
to
bell.
date on all our latest videos.
Look, we have so many ideas. At least I have so many ideas, but I don't want to do them when we're only getting 3 viewers. So we got to get more viewers in here. So we're cranking out more content. We're going to have 5 to 6 episodes coming at you a week.
And then eventually D&D.
Well, yeah, that'll be our 6th episode a week. Eventually.
Eventually.
But we'll talk about that later amongst ourselves, and we'll get that to you eventually, like JR.
Eventually.
Just like Game of Thrones and Dragons.
Oh, it's coming.
It's coming.
It's coming. But let's...
This is Zach's episode. So, Zach, what do you got this week?
Absolutely nothing.
Hell yeah!
Oh, I got something then.
GoPro! Just kidding.
Guys, it's kind of been a dry week. Didn't go see new movies, mostly because we had Ghibli Fest planned.
Well, there was nothing.
It really wasn't anything new.
Nothing new.
There's a few TV shows that I caught up with. Still haven't seen episode 5 of Bel Air yet.
Which brings us to our spoiler cast. We are going to be talking about episodes 1 through 8 today.
I'm not. This is all you.
Wait, what? You haven't seen episode 5 either?
He said episode 1 through 8 because he got other episodes.
How did you get more episodes?
All right, never mind. Nobody wants to hear from me. I guess I will.
I haven't
watched any of it yet.
I just don't want to be spoiled on what happened.
Episode 8 releases next month.
Yeah.
Yeah, but it's already filmed.
I know.
It's all filmed. Okay, well then,
But episode 5 did come out this week.
do you have a
Just go for it.
theory?
So, sorry.
Here's my theory: the Candyman comes to life in 6th episode.
Oh shit!
Fuck yeah!
You got it.
Episode 5 is
Spoiler
Don't
alert.
spoil it. No spoilers here. Watch it. It's a good show.
Oh.
Zach, catch up.
It has been really good, and we were very afraid that it wouldn't live up to the original series before it
Yes.
came out. That was a huge
We
thing.
were harping on it pretty hard.
and it doesn't live up to it. The original is still better.
Oh, yeah.
Yes.
But this is
But this
so
stands
good.
alone
Yeah.
on it really
On a-
well.
It's a
High pedestal.
it's
Yeah.
a remake that's not a. It sounds like it's a remake that's not like an actual remake.
Yeah.
Like it's its own thing.
They did it right.
And the characters, I enjoy every single actor that they pick to play these. There isn't a single cast member, like, there are characters in the show that I'm not a fan of,
Yeah.
but I love the casting choices for everybody.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's really well done.
Carlton just makes me mad.
Yes.
Well, and this is something like that they weren't able to touch on in the original series because the original was more of a comedy. But at the beginning of the show, and I think we talked about this a little bit last week because we talked about the show last week, there is definitely tension between Will and Carlton. When you watch the original show, there's a lot of tension of Carlton being jealous that Will's out there and Will's now getting attention from his parents that he's used to getting. So, and I just don't think that they were able to touch on it, or maybe they didn't want to go that deep into it.
Yeah.
This is just taking that jealousy and moving into a different level.
Yeah. So
And
the
it's
comics,
very natural progression, and they can really focus on it now.
the comedy is taking that back seat in this version of the series, and the drama is out front.
Yeah.
Well, in the original series, it kind of went back and forth a little bit. Like, you had really heavy drama episodes.
Oh, yeah.
There were some real heavy ones, but
It was
then you
mostly
have
comedy.
a lot of just comedy around it.
Yeah, like a normal
But they hit some
sitcom
big
back
subjects.
Am I the only one that wants to see Jazz get thrown out of the house like the original?
Oh my
Just
God.
one time.
Just once.
Yes, that would be great.
I don't know why, but every time I think about it in my head, I want to call him Joffrey.
Joffrey.
But
It's because he's posh and distinguished.
yeah,
Jeffrey
Wright,
Butler, house manager.
the house manager. He's my favorite character.
He's so cool.
He's a badass.
I'm still on episode
and I liked him in the
4.
original too, though.
I'm still
I mean,
on
I like
episode
them all.
4. Like, I finished episode 4, but there's a lot of mystery behind him, and I want to know more.
Oh, you will.
I feel
Not
like
in
it's
this
gonna-
one.
I feel like it's gonna get dark.
Yeah.
Um,
does.
and I love it. I want to
I'm
see
gonna
if he was. I know you guys know, but like, I want to see if he was the one that took care
I
of the
don't.
issue that was plaguing episode 4.
I know the issue.
Episode 5 does not touch on it.
No, it does
Does
not.
So in episode 5 we do get to see Trey come out, which is super cool. Trey is another character from the original that actually does come out.
Yeah, he
in the
does.
original. He brings Will a Philly cheesesteak and they hang
Yeah.
out. But this touches on a lot more of what happened between Will and Trey after Will left Philly.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't want to spoil a whole lot,
No.
but it's a super good episode. I really loved episode 5. I usually don't get into weekly shows because it pisses me off waiting, but I actually love this because all week I sit and I think, I'm like, okay, what are they going to get to next week? And it's been super fun.
That's the perk of having a weekly release schedule like this. Is that yes, you're talking about one episode for a few days, but then when the new episode's about to drop, you're reanalyzing that last episode and then going into the new episode and repeating that. While like Netflix, with their original release schedule where they drop it all on you once, there's like a week or two where you're talking about that exclusively from start to finish, and then it dies off, and then you don't talk about it again until season 2 is about to come out or something like that.
Or you get screwed and can't talk about it and have to wait a while because I really need to know what happens in the next episode. And I gotta wait
For what?
a while
Of what?
for episode 9.
Oh.
Did you really find like the episodes?
I believe that.
I don't
think
think that's a possibility in America.
No,
But
absolutely not.
I just
VPNs, actually.
He knows how the episodes go in his head.
Yeah, like
sure.
if I was writing these, but I don't know what I'm got writer's block for 9 and 10, and it's gonna be really fucking crazy. So it's gotta have
I
Anyways.
am super excited that they've already confirmed that this is getting 2 seasons.
Yeah. What? I
Oh yeah,
hear that.
when they booked this show at the beginning, they automatically made it for 2 seasons.
Oh,
Season
cool. I
2
didn't
is
know that.
season 2 is either filming or done filming.
That gives
good to
me
hear.
some relief
Yeah.
because there was too much to cover here.
I hope it goes for a
And
while.
I hope it goes more than 2 seasons.
I hope it gets like 4 or 5. That'd be great.
I know that a lot of their views online haven't been great.
There are some haters.
There are people who are shockingly didn't expect what it was going to be, and they're like, it's not funny enough. It's too That's what it was supposed to be. You fucking idiot.
Yeah, this was the drama reboot.
Watch the trailers and you get the setup for this series
Yeah.
perfectly. It is a drama.
Just don't watch that teaser because I thought that looked
So-
shitty.
Gavin, if you text me or remind me at some point this week, I will give you my login.
Okay,
Well,
are you
because-
still not starting?
No,
yet?
I've just been.
Yeah, you
That's why I'm
need to.
over here writing other stuff for my
Yeah.
movie, bookie.
So hopefully next week we can all sit down and actually talk about episode 6 a little bit.
Yeah,
Um,
yeah, we should all sync up, and Gavin, you need to watch those. That's your homework this week.
I will. I finished up the rest because Peacemaker's done for this season.
I need
Vox
to watch
Machina's done this season.
like that's gonna be my next
So,
show.
which episode just aired? 6?
5.
5. Okay.
Yeah, I'll be sure to ask you for.
I think you texted it to me. I'm just gonna send it to him right now.
Outside of that, has anybody else watched anything that they want to talk about?
A lot of Ghibli, but we've talked about it.
I will say, because I brought it up on the last couple episodes, I did finally finish New Girl.
How was it?
It was phenomenal. We have a really bad habit of starting shows and not finishing them between me and my fiance because we'll get 6 seasons in, and then we'll find something else and we'll forget about that. So finally we finished the show. I love the way it concluded. I love these characters. Schmidt is just one of my favorite characters in TV history. If you haven't seen New Girl, I definitely recommend it. It's so good.
I've watched New Girl.
Oh, I did start rewatching Supernatural.
Oh, nice.
Because that's one I have not finished.
I also have not
I
finished it.
haven't watched the last 2 seasons.
And I'm missing, I don't know how many seasons now. I think I stopped, I don't know where. But it's been years, so I was like, I need to do a fresh rewatch.
I was like,
Alex has never watched all the way through. She couldn't get into it, but I'm like, get past this point, then we'll see. And now she's hooked, so I'll be rewatching.
I've been
To see that finale.
I was like, I did start rewatching a show. I only watched the first episode so far of Grimm. I don't know if any of you've seen Grimm.
Yeah,
I've heard of Grimm.
I didn't
haven't
like
watched
it.
I really
I watched the first 2 or 3 episodes when it first aired, and I was like, eh.
I think I was like, I finished the whole series. There's 5 or 6 seasons if I remember correctly, and
Well, there's our headliner.
and I think it's fun. Like the first seasons, I think is the first season and the last season, in my opinion, are very, very weak. I think the middle seasons are actually a lot better. It's basically like Supernatural, but it has this the premise is like there's things called there's Wesen. It has a lot of German words in it. Wesen, which is like monsters basically. So like there are like werewolves and like all that kind of shit, but like they're able to appear as humans like day to day, and the main character is like has the like from the Brothers Grimm time, like that wasn't a storybook, that was like a handbook to kill the monsters, and they are able to see through the glamour. So like it's kind of like Supernatural where it's monster hunting, and it stays firmly in monster hunting. Which is don't get me wrong, I like Supernatural, but like it never gets like the stakes like get raised, but it's still like monster hunting.
Yeah.
They do have a Krampus episode, which I thought was really entertaining. It was in the later seasons, and the overall story's decent. But the main character's a cop, so he's trying to do it without killing them. That's kind of like the twist.
Detective John Grimm.
Yeah, it's like a detective show mixed with Supernatural. Like there's some detective work in Supernatural, but honestly, it's not like they don't like go to like a crime scene and like try to break it down and then like spend like a couple episodes like figuring out who like has been killing all these people and stuff like that. It's very fun. There's a lot of action in it. The special effects are solid. Last season's fucking stupid. Pissed me off. I bought that bit. I bought the season when it was coming out, so I could watch it weekly, and I just got real pissed off by the end. But the show is done, so I did start that.
The only other thing I really watched this week, at some point during New Girl, Tori had to leave and go see her family, so I watched I think I finished Murderville actually, 6 episodes in the series, so I ended up just watching through these while I was home Monday, I think.
Yeah, I think we heard you laughing your ass off.
Yeah, the whole premise is that it's Will Arnett, and every episode he has to solve a crime with the help of a special guest. He's got Conan O'Brien, Marshawn Lynch.
I think Marshawn Lynch's episode was my favorite so far.
Yeah, that one was the one that you probably heard me laughing at. I cannot remember who else he had. But every week he has a new guest, and the guest doesn't have a script. So the whole episode is just Will Arnett trying to do stuff that is not only trying to make the co-stars laugh, which is what had me dying, when he would when he was interrogating people and he would ask questions specifically to get answers that would make his special guest laugh. But at the end, it's also up to the special guest to try and figure out who murdered the person in the episode.
It's like a procedural crime show that's almost a game show, but like make up as you go type thing.
And it's not good. It's not as good as I wanted it to be. I thought every episode would be better, but there are definitely some moments that were hilarious.
I think hearing your laughter come wafting up from downstairs where we're currently filming hyped it up for me a little bit too much, because like up until we got to like Marshawn Lynch's episode, I was like, oh yeah, this is entertaining. I like this. but I'm not dying yet.
Yeah.
And then we got to the part where I think they're about to start the interrogation. He's like, well, the mirror's gone. Like, there's no two-way mirror.
So they have to mimic the dudes in the mirror.
To make the...
It's a two-way mirror, but the mirror's not there. So they're supposed to... Marshawn Lynch and Lornette are intimidating the guy they're interrogating and his lawyer as if it's a mirror. And it is just the funniest shit. The guys on the other side of the mirror start doing shit that Marshawn Lynch has to copy, and it just had me dying.
This sounds pretty good.
So there are definitely moments that I think are worth watching for. Overall, I'd say it was probably like a 5 or a 6 out of 10. Not something I'll probably... If it comes out this season 2, I'll probably watch it, but... yeah, I thought it was pretty
It's
good.
not like the history of swear words, where I'm really hoping for Nick Cage-led second season. That was a good show.
Yeah. Yeah, that was a great show.
But like you touched on...
Check it out on Netflix?
Huh?
Where's it on?
Netflix.
Murderville's on Netflix, yeah. I thought you were talking about history.
Haven't really, like we were saying earlier, haven't had a lot of time to watch shows this week. Between work and then yesterday we spent 15-ish hours watching Studio Ghibli movies. Would have been more had we not been so tired for some reason.
And if somebody hadn't shown up late.
True.
True.
Damn it, me.
That's right.
You were the first one there.
I know, I was the first one
Surprisingly.
there.
Then you were the first one to leave.
Yeah, and then I was still the first one.
I was like, I don't know who was first when
It's
he came
'cause
back
we-
because you were both were out
It's
there.
because
when I
we
came
were
out.
getting
I was
snacks.
first
and,
there.
Getting breakfast. And
Yeah,
let
but we
the dog
also-
out.
We also stayed here too late and then went and got snacks and breakfast. So we didn't get the start that we wanted, but...
No. But if you want to learn more about our Ghibli Fest that we had between our friend group, we have another video coming out sometime this week. Top 10 Studio Ghibli movies. We all ranked them separately and talked about it a little bit. Watch that on our YouTube channel. News-wise, the biggest thing I had that I was really excited for is Spider-Man No Way Home has a digital and physical release date for home media. I think it was March 22nd for on-demand digital copies. You'll get that on Vudu, Amazon Prime, stuff like that. I don't know when it's streaming for free for like streaming services. I think it's going to Stars first because of a contract.
Yeah, it is.
But what I am really excited for, and I've already pre-ordered as soon as pre-order started, and that was like 2 months ago. The physical releases will be April 12th. Best Buy has a really cool, in my opinion, a really cool steelbook that I pre-ordered. The best artwork I think is a Walmart exclusive 4K slipcover with the sad Peter Parker looking at wanted posters of him in the rain, which I think is still my phone background too. But yeah, I'm so excited for that. There's 80 minutes of behind the scenes.
Oh, was it 80? I thought it was 100 the last time I read something on it.
Let's see here.
Including 20 minutes of stuff that's just Tom, Toby, and Andrew, which is going to be great.
That would be cool.
Yeah.
I know there's a bunch of like special features on there. There's going to be deleted scenes, a gag reel. I love watching all that special feature stuff. Like I got the James Bond No Time to Die on 4K disc a month ago, and I spent 2 hours watching the special features. There's like a documentary on Daniel Craig becoming James Bond and the process between all the movies up until the end, which was really fun to watch. And that's the kind of stuff that's why I like buying the home media physical copies. Anything else you guys want to touch on?
Some companies in production are making a Beyblade movie.
Oh yeah, I saw that.
Oh, did you? Oh, I do have something else.
Yeah.
Something that might bring either excitement or pain to your hearts.
Uh-oh.
Spider-Man No Way Home is coming to home media.
Something finished filming recently. Indiana Jones 5.
Oh yeah, I forgot they were filming that.
That just wrapped. They tweeted out a
Yeah.
image, and it's gotta be better than 4.
Does it?
I didn't hate.
Gotta be.
I didn't hate 4. It's definitely my.
Don't
least
say
favorite.
shit like that, because it can be worse.
Is
didn't-
Shia in it?
I don't know. But even if
God, I hope so.
even if he isn't there, what if this one takes place on a goddamn alien spaceship?
I think Mads Mikkelsen is the villain in this one, if I remember right.
As what,
I
like
don't remember.
Garthron the Destroyer?
Hopefully. I mean, they might as well go to Mars now.
Now, I didn't
kills.
I didn't hate number 4. It's definitely my least favorite.
It was
out
my
of all
first
of
Indiana Jones movie.
It's got some really good scenes, like the fridge scene.
them. The Gophers.
The Gophers.
Uh,
Yeah, it just all adds so much.
I really did like the ant scene though. That was
Yeah,
cool.
it's terrible.
But I'm not
Terrible.
not excited for Indiana Jones 5. Like, I want to see how they continue the series.
I need to see a trailer, and
Yeah, that's going to be probably months out, and that comes out next year.
yeah, we might get a teaser soon. They won't start marketing it for a bit.
Next week, by the time this video comes out, the trailer would have already come out, but we're getting a final trailer for Morbius. There are rumors that we'll might see what Spider-Man universe it is part of with
And
this trailer.
hopefully the answer's none.
Well, because I know that earlier at some point this week, Jared Leto teased that Michael Keaton was going to be in it, reprising his role as Vulture, which would make me think it's part of the Amazing Spider-Man universe.
That makes the most sense with the information we have.
Yeah, but Vulture would have been from the MCU universe.
Oh yeah,
Michael
duh.
Keaton. Yeah.
Duh. I
Um,
don't know what the fuck I was
he
thinking.
does. He does
But-
pop up in the very first trailer.
Yeah.
I haven't watched a whole lot of trailers on this movie.
I'm not super excited for this one. Morbius was one of my favorite characters from the Spider-Man comics.
Yeah, he's great in the comics.
Especially in the animated
He was
series.
even good there, even though they
Had a,
had him sucking plasma through his hands instead of drinking blood. Oh, yeah, I saw that.
Daniel Radcliffe is Weird Al.
oh yeah, I forgot he was doing that.
Yeah, that big.
But I am going to see this opening night. I want to see
Morbius?
it. Yeah, I
No,
want to see
you're
it. Oh,
You'll be babysitting.
I didn't babysit last week.
Oh, okay.
So we'll see. We'll see. Opening weekend for sure.
Hopefully it's not.
Before we
Dog
record
shit.
that weekend.
Dog shit.
Dog shit!
Plop, plop, plop.
Speaking of superhero movies, though, we do have something coming out this week.
Yeah, this week we have The Batman.
The Batman.
Justice.
The answer is justice.
Unlike what it sounds like you guys are for this movie, I am actually pretty excited. I want to see how brain fart
Don't say the same.
Edward Cullen does.
Robert Pattinson.
Robert Pattinson.
I hope he sparkles when the daylight scenes.
Yeah.
I want to see how
Honestly, he's not a bad actor.
No, he is an excellent actor in
Yeah, name.
Tenet,
Okay.
Green Room, or is it Green Room? High Life. There we go.
Harry Potter.
I forgot he's in Harry Potter. Goblet of Fire.
Cedric.
That movie is when he does, actually.
Yeah. That's the only movie he's in.
Yeah.
I just want to see how he does as Batman. I want to see his turn as a Cape Crusader.
Because it's like his dream, and I'm wanting to give him that chance simply because he wants to do it right.
I feel like
I think he'll do a much better job than Ben Affleck.
I feel like that's just the standard actor answer anymore. Anytime they cast no big movie role, I hear that every single. Oh man, it's been my dream to be in this role since I was a kid.
And
But
they
It's exactly what Tom Holland said
Don't
before
even
he
know
ruined
anything.
Uncharted.
But you can really tell in some actors how true it is. Like Ryan Reynolds for
Tom Holland
Deadpool.
only played the game like a year before he got the role.
But
Henry
Batista-
Cavill as
Huh?
Henry Cavill.
Cavill
whatever.
as The Witcher.
As Geralt
Yeah.
of Rivia.
Dave Bautista as the main guy from Gears of War. That's his dream role right there.
Yeah, if I hear about it like before the project's announced, like years, like him, if he ever gets the role, I'll believe it.
Yeah.
Jared
But
Leto.
somebody that gets the role and 6 months later, yeah, it's been my lifelong dream
That
and
is
passion to
true.
get this role.
Jared Leto's dream was to be the Joker. Right before the movie came out.
Right before, right when he was marketing the movie, it was his dream.
To send used condoms to castmates.
I've been talking a lot of shit, and it does somewhat have to do with the fact that I haven't liked the DC movie outside of Shazam in, God, 10 years now.
Suicide Squad.
The Suicide Squad.
Yeah, I actually just bought that one this week.
So that's 2 movies out of how many?
A lot.
Yeah.
But the trailers don't look bad. I'm not a huge Paul Dano fan. He's the dude playing the Riddler.
Yeah, I don't know how I feel about the Riddler's direction here, but I haven't seen it.
Is Colin Farrell going to be in it? Is the Penguin in it?
Yes. Yeah.
Okay.
So there's at least 3 villains in it, from what I've heard. There might be a 4th one, depending on how the test screenings went, because they had 2 versions a few months ago. They were trying to decide on. One had an extra villain that would make a small appearance. One didn't. One was more horror oriented. One was more lesser horror oriented. So I'm hoping for the longer, more horror oriented version.
I always want more
More
horror-oriented movies.
dark and gritty. I don't know how I feel about. I love Colin Farrell as a
Penguin.
as an actor.
Oh, yeah.
As the Penguin, I just don't know again about direction, because this isn't going to be your traditional grotesque Penguin. He's going to be more scarred and disfigured. He's taking more of like a Don Corleone from The Godfather approach.
They've been calling this film more of an origin for the villains, because you're not going to kill the villain off in this movie. They're going to develop into more of themselves from the comic books.
Yeah. So we'll see what they do. I reserve judgment.
This is one that
not very excited, but I'm open to it.
And one that we will definitely see before we record another episode.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
So this week I'm going to do my best to watch as many Batman movies as I can. Probably one a night.
Batman and Robin's the only one that matters.
I'm going to probably start with the Keaton movies, because it's been a while since I've seen
That's all
those.
that matters.
Um,
Bat nipples.
and my main objective was to rewatch the Dark Knight trilogy, because that's what I'm going to compare this one to.
Well, that was a good trilogy.
Yeah. Speaking of that, I think my main topic for this episode, to close off, and we kind of discussed before we end this one, best film trilogies in your opinion. Can be anything, animated,
Need more time to think about
CGI,
that. I'm going to go with the original Star Wars trilogy.
the original Star Wars trilogy.
That's a great trilogy. Because trying to think of that's a trilogy where I love all 3 movies.
Yeah.
And a lot of trilogies either bomb the 2nd or 3rd movie.
Sure.
Like the prequels.
Like the prequels.
That's
Which I only really like 1 movie out of. What else is there?
There's like the Indiana Jones movies. Like you could go.
That's a good trilogy. I could go with that one.
Dark Knight.
Dark Knight.
The Dark Knight trilogy is great.
I'm
gonna still, if I'm going with my favorite.
Hangover.
No. Are we going with our favorite or just ones that
I'd
we
say
like?
favorite.
Okay, then I'm gonna go original Star Wars trilogy.
Yeah, if we're going all-time favorite, I'm going Star Wars. But there's a lot of other ones I could throw in there. Ghostbusters,
You got
Toy
Back to the
Story,
Future.
Jurassic Park.
It wasn't a good trilogy.
What?
Ghostbusters.
Well, if you count Afterlife,
Spider-Man.
Yeah.
There's a movie in between those.
that's a different universe.
Yeah, that doesn't count. Matrix.
Okay.
Spider-Man, the new Spider-Man.
Planet of the
And
Apes.
again, I'd say Jurassic Park trilogy. The 3rd one sucked.
Blade. I like all the Blade
I
movies.
do like all the Blades, even though the 3rd one gets a lot of
Godfather.
hate.
I actually
I
am
don't
not a
like
huge
all
fan
3
of
Godfathers.
Austin.
Powers.
Don't like all 3.
I love all 3.
I do not like
I don't like
Goldmember.
Goldmember
Yeah.
at all.
X-Men.
I also am not a huge fan of Toy Story 3. That's why I don't think that one could be my favorite.
I thought you liked that one when it first came out.
It's just out of
It's good.
when I compare it to the other 2, it's
Oh,
not
yeah. Like,
close.
number 2 is
Doesn't
probably
hold
my
up.
favorite.
Pirates
But it's
Here
not a
to be in.
bad movie by any means.
No.
So it's still a good trilogy.
Back to the Future.
Iron Man.
3rd one.
3rd one.
See, a lot of these just drop the ball.
It's
The
like
Hobbit.
Terminator.
Should
The
have been
3rd one.
movie.
Aliens.
3rd one.
Alien 3 really dropped the ball.
Evil Dead.
Narnia.
3rd one.
Yeah, 3rd one. It comes down to the 3rd one.
Narnia.
Not for Evil
Evil
Dead.
X-Men, Spider-Man.
TMNT.
I already mentioned those.
3rd one.
Yeah.
Evil Dead solid all the way through. Evil Dead 2 is the worst one.
Evil Dead 2 and
Army of Darkness.
which is
Captain
my
America,
favorite.
technically.
That's a good one.
We got exactly 3 Captain America
The
movies.
first 2 of those sucked.
Yeah.
I love Winter Soldier's probably still one of my
I
favorite.
hate the first one so
Technically,
much.
here, ready for this? Technically, the Wolverine Origins. We get the first Wolverine Origins, we get the second one, and then we technically get Logan, which is part of that trilogy.
I'd count that one.
Did not drop the ball in the 3rd, drop the ball in the 1st.
So, out as a huge Star Wars fan, I want to see the original Star Wars trilogy as well.
Bill and Ted.
You're going with Lord of the Rings.
I am going to go with Lord of the Rings because it is a even, cohesive story throughout, where they didn't have to change. They didn't change their mind on story points halfway through like they did with Star Wars.
Well, they didn't need to. There was a fucking 50-year-old book.
Yeah. But George Lucas should have known whether or not Luke and Leia were siblings by the time the first movie came out.
Hey, he knew. He just wanted them to kiss.
Yeah.
And he didn't want the audience to feel weird yet.
Star Wars is like right there with it for me.
I don't even know what my number 2 would be, realistically.
I don't.
Star Wars is so head and shoulders over all the other trilogies I'm looking at currently that...
Honestly, so this is going to be a weird one, honestly, because I love Star Wars. But this trilogy I've seen more in my life and enjoyed every second of it. Don't know why, because they're not that great. Well, the first one is. But the Back to the Future trilogy.
Yeah.
I'm not a big fan
We've
of the
mentioned
third
that
one.
one twice already.
Yeah.
Well, I was thinking about
So I was
something.
thinking my next one, it might be Indiana Jones. Those
Indiana
first
Jones is
3 were
good.
really
Yeah.
fun.
I'm not a fan of Temple of Doom though.
No, I love Temple. I like all 3.
That's the low point.
I
Second
think
low
Temple
point
of
for that.
Doom might be my favorite one, actually.
As a kid, it was definitely my
Yeah.
favorite.
It's
I don't
Crusade,
know how it would fall now.
And then Raiders.
'Cause I haven't
and
watched
then
those in a
Temple of
long
Doom.
Ooh, yeah, Raiders might be my favorite, actually.
Yeah, Raiders probably.
Yeah, a lot of trilogies just can't keep it up for 3 movies. It's a hard thing to do because I'm looking through a list here, like Men in Black. I like all the Men in Black movies, but the second and third one don't hold a candle to the first one.
See, and I love the second one, personally.
I don't mind the second one, but the first one was
one's so good.
Same with Rush Hour. Like, I
Yeah.
don't mind Rush Hour 2 and 3, but Rush Hour 1 was so good.
The Three Flavors Cornetto trilogy. That's Shaun of the Dead.
I like Shaun of the Dead.
Hot Fuzz, and then World's End.
I didn't really like World's End.
That's how I feel on that one, but I
liked
love the
Shaun
first
of
two.
the Dead.
Yeah, Shaun
a
of the
lot.
Dead is
Oh,
amazing.
there's the Mad Max trilogy.
I love this third one.
I'm still looking through all these. Yeah, there's a lot of...
The Madagascar.
The new Star Trek trilogy is pretty good.
The Lost Boys.
Yeah. I actually didn't mind those movies. Those were good.
With the
There's
fourth
only
one
one movie. The others do not
In
exist.
20 years when they make it
Technically,
Space Jam.
actually,
Oh, the Taken trilogy.
actually,
I've only
you know
seen
what I
the
just
first
forgot about?
one.
And they didn't drop the ball on the third one because it's the best one of the series. The Evil Dead.
We just talked about that.
Yeah, we all agreed on that. Where were you?
Fucking elsewhere, evidently.
Looking at his list. Yeah, Army of Darkness is by far the best movie.
Yeah, I
Oh,
love
I
Army.
fucking love Army of Dark. I'm so mad that they didn't, because the original Evil Dead, that one, not the original, the one they remade with the female Ash,
yeah.
it was supposed to be a trilogy, and the third one was supposed to be the second Army of Darkness. That's why I'm so bummed out that it didn't make a
Man, if it
second.
wasn't for Last Stand,
They
I
are
could throw
actually
that.
still, I think,
Oh,
gonna
those
make that
first
second
two are
one.
so good.
Maybe.
Have you
That
watched?
first
Have
X-Men
you guys
movie
seen the Evil
is
Dead
so-
trilogy?
Yes.
What?
It's so good.
Have you?
What?
The Evil Dead
The
trilogy.
second one sucks.
I don't know.
Oh, you know what's really good?
The third one's the best.
The second one has the laughing chair, and that one's hilarious. And when he's fighting
The Ocean's movies.
Oceans.
But I'm not
John
a good-
Wick is a great trilogy.
Don't they have 4 of those?
Not yet.
Not yet. They will.
Oh, okay.
So it will be
'Cause I was like-
quadrilogy.
Because, like,
Soon as Saga.
Avengers
Yeah.
popped into my head early, but I was like, fuck, that's 4.
It used to be Avengers Infinity War Part 1 and 2, but...
Not anymore.
The Bourne
Can I just
Identity.
pick 3 movies out of a set of movies and make them my favorite?
Right.
Like, there's 4 of them.
Terminator could.
There's
have been on
8
this
Harry
list.
Potter movies, but can I just pick my 3 favorites and say that's my favorite trilogy of all time?
Nope.
So you're Star Wars.
Yeah. I mean, got the
Yeah.
tattoos.
So Star Wars would be my second one, and for third, I'd probably put the Dark Knight trilogy.
Toy Story would probably be my second one.
I don't know.
And then probably Blade.
I was like, Blade is a really good trilogy.
I really like Blade.
The Dark Knight probably. I just, other than a few plot holes in the end of the third movie, it's a very solid.
I just don't like the
realistic-
first one. I cannot. I have tried to watch through that first Dark Knight movie
Oh.
for the Dark Knight trilogy, and I
I
cannot get
Batman
it.
I like all
Batman Begins.
3. I can see why you wouldn't like Batman Begins, but I still.
And
like
also,
it.
I think that the third one gets way too much hate.
It does get a lot of hate. is undeserved, but there's also
I mean,
a few
there's reasons for it, yeah.
but definitely are.
But I think he gets too much hate.
Yeah, I agree. I still think it's a good movie.
I feel like
I like Tom Hardy a lot in that movie.
I feel like this new The Batman's gonna feel a little bit like Batman Begins, in like terms of the grittiness of the city and how dirty and filthy it is.
Naked Gun.
I actually like those movies, but I don't know which is which and how they all hold up, but I do like them. And I have not seen them since I'm a kid, so the humor might fall flat.
Yeah.
Alright,
What is that other one? Oh. I remember watching Blazing Saddles as a kid with my grandfather, and I remember being like, yeah, this movie's funny. And then I watched it as an adult, and I was mortified. As an almost 30-year-old, I was like, what the fuck, bro? How is this still a thing in America? How has that not been canceled? That movie is...
Huh?
I haven't seen it since I was a kid.
What? Like, I understand it's satire, and that's what they're going for.
Well, satire and it's in for the period.
But it is...
For when it came out,
It is wildly, wildly racist. Sexist,
So,
misogynistic.
Can we have our top 10 racist movies? Blazing
Dumbo.
Saddles. Dumbo. that are still good movies.
American History X?
Yeah, that would count. The movie itself isn't racist, but it deals with racism.
I'd almost put my least favorite trilogy as the Hobbit Trilogy.
It's bad.
But it feels like the prequels feel the original trilogy of Star Wars.
I kind of don't mind the Hobbit movies.
Like, I don't hate them.
I kind of enjoyed watching the Hobbit movies in theater more than the Lord of the Rings movies in theater.
Did you?
Yeah.
I just
But I've never really read the books.
think
so.
it should have just been one good movie.
Or at least maybe two.
But then they didn't release one good movie. It was okay. I should.
I hate when you
Oh, the
listen about-
Spider-Man,
open up like an
two of the
article.
Spider-Man trilogies.
Yeah. Yeah, the Tom Holland trilogy I could throw in there.
Oh yeah, that
That-
is now a trilogy. So that is really good.
Spider-Man 3 kind of rules out
The original.
The Maguire trilogy.
You mean
yeah.
elevates the rest of it to
If Andrew
to
Garfield
God,
ever
or-
gets his third movie,
That
then
could be up there.
That could be a good trilogy.
Yeah.
except how bad they did Electro.
I want to call
Yeah, second one
Holland's.
wasn't great.
At least they fixed them a little bit.
I want to call Holland's Spider-Man trilogy the Origin trilogy, because of No Way Home, that whole set of 3 movies is basically now a very long origin for Spider-Man in the MCU. We've gone over that quite a bit.
Yeah, realistically, when you think about movie trilogies, there's a lot that are
I forgot there's 3
incomplete.
Narnia movies now.
just because there seems to be one bad one in every bunch.
Terminator, 1 and 2, great. Third
4, 1 and 2 great,
Some
3
aliens.
Four,
terrible.
3 was great. You shut
one.
up.
Yeah, the first one's one that was trash.
I didn't like the second one. I actually didn't mind the first one.
I'm with you on that
4.
one.
Oh no, I agree with you. There was that second one.
Yeah, with the dark elves and stuff.
yeah,
I didn't
yeah.
care for it.
I liked it.
Like, I liked it, but it's definitely a step down.
Still.
Yeah, it's definitely my
3
least
though
favorite
turned
out of
me around on.
Oh, I'm
as a
so excited for Love and Thunder. Isn't it next month?
them.
Or soon?
It's
The
not next
trailer
month
might be next month.
because the next Marvel movie we get is Doctor Strange.
Yep.
Which is May 5th or May 6th.
Alright, guys.
Fuck yeah.
Oh, July 8th.
All right. Well, any other movie news?
I think that was
Before we
about
wrap
it. This
up?
was a weirdly dry week for movie news.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I will be able to talk about The Kingsman next week because I just picked that up on 4K today.
It's on HBO Max.
I know. No, it's on Hulu.
It's on HBO Max.
It's on Hulu.
Because I watched it on actually I started on HBO Max.
We'll also be talking about the Batman.
The
next
Batman.
week.
I also picked up the Hurt Locker on a very beautiful steelbook cassette. What else did I get?
Have you guys ever seen $1 Million Baby?
No. It's a Clint Eastwood movie, I know. I
$1
want to see
Million
that.
Baby? $1 Million Baby? Oh, fuck yeah.
Sweet.
Oh yeah. Well, how about this question? Have any of you seen? Because I've seen it. Have any of you seen Jesus Christ Vampire Hunter?
Yes.
Yeah. Cool. Have it?
I haven't.
Cool.
Fuck yeah.
What else did I pick?
Oh, and Zombievers.
Yeah.
Good.
That,
Good.
or, actually, I don't think I have that anymore.
What about Avalanche Sharks?
Yeah.
What about Six-Headed Shark Attack?
Oh,
No.
that's right. That's the other one I picked up.
But Avalanche Sharks is phenomenal.
The Wolf on Wall Street.
Okay, that's on my list.
I got a really beautiful steelbook from the Wolf of Wall Street.
I haven't seen Six-Headed Sharks either.
I haven't even heard of that one.
Well, I think it's a fucking I think it's a series because I also found 5-headed shark attack, 4-headed shark attack, 3-headed shark attack, and 2-headed shark attack.
What's that lava tarantula one? That one was cool.
Ice spiders, you mean? No, I'm joking.
I think everybody here's probably seen that, but I fucking love that movie.
What?
From movie, Bookie, Wolf on Wall Street.
Oh, I love that movie.
I mean, it would be a good one to just throw in there to watch, have a reason to watch it.
Well, we're getting off topic. We're trying to wrap this up.
All right, guys.
You
So
haven't
next
seen it?
week
Okay.
we'll have the Batman. I'll be able to talk about the Kingsman. Anyone else have watched it by that point? Well, we'll
Nope.
talk about it.
Batman for sure.
Batman for sure. You can find me on TikTok, Instagram, Twitter as Film Beast. I go over movie reactions, reviews. I even show off my steelbooks that I buy. So
Not just movies, too. He does TV shows, too.
TV shows as well.
Ladies, wife him up.
I am wifed up.
Hey, stop flipping off our reviewers.
You'll probably see me do a video or two about the 2 new steelbooks that I got this week. I'm really excited about Her Locker, which is beautiful, and Wolf on Wall Street, which is a great movie. Watch it if you haven't seen it. Gavin, he plays a lot of video games. We don't care.
Some boopity games
Nick-
on Twitch.
Just kidding. I love you, Gavin.
And then Twitter XX boopity XX.
Nick and Aaron usually take care of our other social media, so you won't see anything on there.
Yeah, that's true. That's true. That is true.
But guys, we'd love to hear from you. We want to know what movie trilogies you love. Ones
Yeah,
you
if we
hate.
forgot one, please let me know.
Yeah, there's probably
Yeah,
a lot.
because I want to.
We didn't talk about the
remember it.
Dollars trilogy.
Question, does Mortal
Colors
Kombat
trilogy.
count?
Mortal Kombat?
Because you got Mortal Kombat.
It's a reboot.
Damn.
No, true.
Are you talking about Rebirth?
No, I was talking about the new one that came out.
Oh,
Yeah.
Yeah,
I mean,
it's
maybe
a-
it'll become a trilogy if we're lucky.
yeah, we got a second one coming out. But yeah. And as always, like, subscribe, hit that like button, comment on us,
Subscribe, hit that one.
hit the bell button
Like,
as well
subscribe,
for
and hit the like button.
the ability to stay up to date on all our videos coming out. I said this a lot already. It's starting to get to
And don't forget to like it.
don't forget to comment on it.
Yeah, comment on it for sure.
And comment on that comment button.
We love to hear from you guys, though. We appreciate every view we get.
We
but-
do. I do look through every episode almost on a daily basis and go, oh, we got another view on this one. Or
I love you. And Jerry,
Jerry.
you're a good kid.
you're in our thoughts.
You haven't watched any of these because we've already called you out. Give us a comment. Prove you're real.
Prove you're real.
Feel the peer pressure.
Solve our captcha. Leave a comment.
But if that's it, I think it's time
To split.